and welcome back to the ASUG News Studio, sponsored by NTT Data. We are live here at SAP Tech Ed and Decode, and we're going to round out the day talking about the SAP University Alliance program. And we've got some fabulous gentlemen in the studio to talk about that and really talk about why ASUG members should look at the SAP University Alliance program. So to my right is Bipin Prabhakar, and he is the Chair of Information Systems Graduate Programs at the Kelley School of Business at Indiana University. Welcome.
Thank you.
And to his right is Simha Magal. He is Professor and Director at Grand Valley State University, and also an SAP mentor, I guess. Welcome to the studio. And at the end is Chris On. He is the Senior Manager in the SAP Center of Excellence at General Motors. Chris, thank you for being in here.
Thank you.
So, Bipin, I'm going to start with you. What is the University Alliance program?
So the University Alliances program is a community of professors that help to bring SAP's technology into the classroom. So we develop curriculum and share it with each other and make sure that when we teach business and technology concepts in the classroom, we can illustrate to the students how these things are actually used by large businesses around the world.
And that's a great point, right? Because a lot of students maybe coming in don't really know about SAP. They know about Facebook and Google, but I mean, there is a huge ecosystem out there with really great jobs in the SAP.
Absolutely. And our goal is to bring students to the graduation ceremony, if you will, with a great job in hand and with the right set of skills that are in demand in today's marketplace.
Right, that's a great point. Bipin, let me, Simha, let me turn to you. How can ASUG members start to engage in this? What should they start doing?
Yeah, members of the SAP University Alliances program get complimentary membership in ASUG. So we take advantage of that and we participate in ASUG events. In Michigan at Grand Valley, we host one of the 3 meetings every year. And in fact, we have a whole track on University Alliances. That includes students talking about their experiences, professors talking about curricula, and companies, people from companies talking about what their experience was hiring these students. So that's one way to engage. The ASUG members can also help us teach by being part of our curriculum, by advising us on the curriculum, guest lecturing, inviting students to their campuses. We have a student organization that's very active and they go visit companies. So a lot of opportunities to interact, and it's a win-win for everyone.
That's great, great point. Chris, I mean, being someone who could hire these students, tell us about, what do companies like you get from engaging with the program?
We've been really fortunate to work with the University Alliance program to make sure that we're hiring strategically. So it's no secret that General Motors is going through a huge IT transformation initiative where we're switching from a 90% outsource model to a 90% in-source model. And for the amount of technologies that encompass our company to be able to hone in on SAP skill sets, but not just that, but paired with supply chain backgrounds, logistics, manufacturing, purchasing, finance, has been a real a fortunate case for us to be able to hire out of. We're finding a lot of success in the recent hires that we've had out of both Indiana and Grand Valley, and we hope to keep going back and hiring more talent in as we go.
So you're very pro on the program.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I mean the talent that we've seen so far come in have been, on caliber with typical TERP 10 certified people that we've had that have been around for a long time. And so we're definitely seeing results, and our folks are delivering for us every day. So.
Wow, that's great. Total certification of the program there, I would say. What skills are we seeing? What skills are the SAP skills that you're seeing today that are most in demand?
So we are seeing, coming out of the programs or coming out of the university, the foundational skill is really understanding business processes and how technology can support it. Right? In addition to that, a lot of companies think about young talent as agents of change. So they're the ones that have been trained in SAP HANA, SAP Mobility, the new offerings in the cloud space, so they can actually come in and drive innovation and change within the organizations that they join. So essentially full spectrum. Core business processes, suite on HANA, analytics on HANA, all the way to the new cloud offerings.
That's great.
We do it all.
So as we get to wrap up here, I would just ask each of you to give your 20-second pitch to ASUG member companies. What would you say? Someone comes up to you at this conference and says, "Oh, never knew this program. Why should I get involved?"
Right, so the most common comment I hear from ASIC members is we didn't know the program existed. Everybody is hurting for talent, and we have the right talent, we have well-trained talent, and we have talent that is excited to be part of the technology world. And in a lot of ways, as Chris mentioned, it's much easier to come into a university and hire somebody than to try and do a lateral hire. And we can provide the same talent at a significantly reduced cost of entry.
Yep, great.
The best way to describe it is what somebody told me, one of our employers: your students, your graduates are business ready.
Yep.
So they can hit the ground running day one with very little training. They understand the concepts, principles, and techniques, and they understand how it's implemented in SAP and how to use SAP technology to make the business better.
That's
business
great.
ready graduates.
That's a great point. Chris, I'll give you the last word.
I'll just echo what Simha said. I mean, we are a case in point example of students that have come in and hit the ground running. And so we've actually even done internal training programs with our hires that are out of business schools, and we're finding that the folks that are coming out of the UA schools are right on par, but from day one, not from day 41. So yeah, I'm a big props to the UA.
Great. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. It's been a pleasure to talk with you, and I would encourage everyone else to go check out the Alliances program.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For more customer stories and SAP insight and analysis, please go to asugnews.com.